Hey guys, what's going on? My name is JJ Sarge, and I want to begin sharing more and more of the mindset of high performance, and basically that's what this channel is going to be all about. Sharing my stories, anecdotes, lessons to help you move forward in your life as a man, as a warrior, as an entrepreneur. Little background on me. I have been very much entrepreneurial now for a while, basically since high school. Started with personal training, fitness stuff, and have had multiple businesses. And I think though through it, made some money. I think what really lacked for me was purpose behind it. I mean, we can all get into the mindset and action of just chasing money, but I think there's really more to it when it comes down to high performance, when it comes down to masculinity, when it comes down to winning, when it comes down to success. Everybody seems to have their own definition, and if you're not rooted morally and in terms of the meaning of life, if you're not rooted in what that really means and what that really stands for, you're going to be pretty emotional and wishy-washy on, the definition of success. So for me, it's not about money. Money is a tool that allows you to do different things. But I believe that you do have to do certain things. You do have to basically follow certain principles to make money. So if that is the objective for you, then obviously you need to follow certain principles to have that in your life. I mean, when we look at success and we look at, maybe those who are truly successful, and you could look at money, you could look at other things other than money, relationally, spiritually, mentally, physically. It's very easy to be the 99%. It's very easy to be unsuccessful. It's very easy to waste your whole life, spend your whole life doing nothing, going nowhere, being nothing, making excuses, blaming everyone else, or even pursuing shadow activities, things that mimic the feeling of winning, things that mimic your true purpose in hopes that it makes you successful. Then you find out in the end, hey, my ladder that I was climbing was leaning up against the wrong building. That's pretty easy. That's most people, 99%. But to be a 1%er, to be a high performer, whether we are talking about overall in life or just one area of life, it takes real dedication. It takes the following of certain principles. And that's what I'm going to be sharing. Like I said, my stories, testimonies, lessons, anecdotes, and more. So, if you are really hungry to grow, this is going to be a place for you. Make sure you like and subscribe, and join our free men's community as well, where we share, more tips and insights. But that's what it's all about. If you're not living your life in the pursuit of something more, becoming better, growing, developing, moving yourself forward internally, externally, then life gets pretty boring pretty fast. We've all maybe even experienced it, but definitely have known people that are burnt out, they're frustrated, kind of going nowhere and doing it fast. And that's not how you succeed. That's not how you win. In fact, when you look at, money, I want to make a ton of money. A lot of people, because of their current situations, feel the need for more money. And I'm not saying that more money won't help, but money in and of itself is not a meaningful purpose. We know those people that are incredibly wealthy financially, but they're not wealthy relationally, spiritually, mentally. And there are people out there that, they give up because of it. Right? So that, in my opinion, is not the meaning of life. The whole point is not to just make a ton of money and do, make investments with it or do nothing with it. Money is simply a tool. Obviously, you can bless people with it. You can curse people with it. That's not the point. But it's like money isn't everything, but money allows you to do everything. So you want to control it. Otherwise, it will control you. There are certain principles you need to follow. I think you need to have ownership in your life. And I think in this day and age, even if you find purpose and passion in what you do for work, maybe working a job. I think you need to own something outside of that, build something. We can even help you with that from a standpoint of learning how to build a 6-figure income, online or coaching or affiliate program. Like, there's so many different ways to go about it, and you can absolutely do it. But when it comes down to purpose, you need to lock in why you're here and what you're supposed to do while you're here. Those are the two biggest things. Why are you here? And what are you supposed to do while you're here? Right? The most important things, the most important questions that you can answer. Most people, if they're not walking in faith, if they're not walking in some sort of belief spiritually, they can't even answer the first one. So then the second one, there's absolutely no answer. If you can't answer, why we're here, then you certainly can't answer what you're supposed to do while you're here. And that therein lies the true definition of success. Now, when you look up what is the definition of success, it'll talk about accomplishing a goal or a task. But when we look at life, it really is about, in the end, hearing the "well done, my good and faithful servant." So that means you're always growing, you're always pursuing. There is no check, did it, now I'm done, until you're on your deathbed. So you want to be successful. Stop getting caught up in the trappings of this world. Stop getting caught up in the chasing of women, the chasing of money, just for the sake of money. Stop getting caught up in the fads. Stop being so emotional with politics. Like, if you are truly rooted, nothing can sway you. No breeze, no wind, no gust can knock you over. If you're truly rooted, if you know what you stand for, right? You win. And that's the name of the game. That's what I want to help you do. If you know what you stand for, you win. So I've had different businesses. We had a trucking company. We've done Airbnb stuff, and we've made a good amount of money. But again, if you're doing different things just to chase it for hey, this is a good industry right now, I'm not necessarily saying that you can't do that. But don't look for purpose in that. If you're chasing something just, hey, it's a good industry right now, it's hot, I can make some money. You might make some money, but you're going to experience some burnout and some other things. Maybe destroy some relationships, or maybe just physically destroy yourself just for the sake of money. And then in the end, people that do that, they're never happy with the decision they made. Like, oh man, I made a ton of money, but I have no marriage anymore. My kids don't like me anymore, or I'm physically destroyed. Like, I'm in bad health now. Why are we here? And what are you supposed to do while you're here? Because only when we explore those questions and answer them can we truly live with high performance. Because here's the thing, if you start performing and pursuing growth in all these areas that are incorrect, you're actually moving further away, faster from the goal, from the actual target, from the reason you were created. You're moving further away from it, faster. Because the whole world will say, well, you need to grow yourself, you need to develop yourself. And you should be growing and developing, but there are certain methods and approaches you need to take to achieve real purpose-based success. I'm not talking about just a task like pursuing a new job, like, hey, I got hired, success, like, cool. That is a success, but is it in alignment with the purpose that you have? The reason, like why we're here, what you're supposed to do while you're here. Is it in alignment with that? Now, there are different seasons to life too. And sometimes it comes down to identifying the season that we're in. But overall, if you want to be successful, define what success is. Start looking at it from the standpoint, and it's not just like, well, I'm going to look it up or I'm going to take someone else's definition. No. Success in your life, overarching in your life, comes down to why you're here and what you're supposed to do while you're here. Answer those questions and you'll be well on your way.